Hello, I'm Christopher Jones from B&A. Is a loud bicycle bell always the best one? I'm using this app called Sonic Tools, and we're looking at 8 bicycle bells to find out if it's about being loud or if there's some other qualities we should be looking at when searching for our bike bell. Let's have a listen first. So you can hear a range of different tones. To be able to test the bells, I've done an indoor test here and also an outdoor test with the microphone a bit further away to judge whether the sound carries well. We're using the Sonic Tools app, and this shows the frequency and also another function of this which shows the decibel rating. So let's start with the test and have a look at each bell one by one. Bell number 1 is from the brand Cateye, and as you can see, it's had plenty of use already. It's a bell that I consider to be a $5 bell, a bell you might find when you buy a new bicycle. It has a decent hammer and mechanism and a nice clear tone. This is a bell I consider to be a $2 bell, a piece of junk. It has a very basic striking mechanism and it's prone to failure. So although it works, although you'd find this on a lot of kids' bikes when you purchase them, a bell which is quite a basic bell just to fulfill the legal requirements. This is a classical style bell, this particular one about 70 or 80 years old, with a slightly complexer mechanism on the inside. That's why you usually find the basic bells whenever you purchase a bike these days, but the sound that we know and love. This is a bell from the brand Crane in Japan. It's a hammer strike bell, a premium bell which retails for between $30 to $50. It sustains very, very nicely, a very warm tone and quite loud. This is the Oi Lux. It sits at the top of the range of their designer style bells that wrap all the way around. Very elegant with a nice hammer strike. It has a nice tone and it sustains quite well, although it's not a particularly loud bell. This is the Knog Oi, another one of the designer style bells that wrap around with the hammer. This is actually a generation 2 bell. You can tell because the spring is a more compact spring and the hammer mechanisms looks a little bit differently from the original ones which had a lot of problems. It's not a particularly loud bell. It sustains fairly okay, but it's a soft bell for a premium price. This is the Spurcycle, a premium bell, so it does cost a few dollars, but it has a nice hammer mechanism and a very elegant mounting solution which is tightened using this Allen key at the top. It can also be operated very nicely as a compact form by just the thumb, and is quite a popular bell, especially with mountain biking where space on the handlebars is a premium. This is the Knog Oi, which is a first generation bell, which was subsequently updated to improve the hammer and the spring, which was often prone to failure. The bell was designed in 2 sizes, one like this one to fit smaller diameter handlebars, and as we've already seen before, one to fit larger diameter handlebars. It's quite an elegant bell, but considering the price, it's quite an underwhelming tone that you get with this one. So which is the best bicycle bell? Now I like a few of these. I like the Knog Lux. It has quite a clear tone, a reliable hammer mechanism, and is very elegantly designed. It's not quite as loud as I would like it, and that's been probably the biggest criticism of the Knog bells, is that they're not that loud. This is the sister, the Knog Oi. Not particularly loud, but very, very nicely designed. I have, however, struggled with the hammer mechanism because sometimes it doesn't strike well or it fails completely. The Crane from Japan, this is a lovely bell. It has a very, very warm tone, and if you've got a vintage or a classic style bicycle with enough space on the handlebars, this is a very nice bell and comes in all different shapes and colours. But perhaps my favourite bell is the Spurcycle. It's got a piercing and clear sound. It's very compact with an elegant mounting solution, and on the mountain bike I just angle it forward and can just hit this with my thumb. I feel that the pedestrians can hear this quite well. So when you're required by law to have a bicycle bell, you could go for a $2 bell, and that's all you need. But if you want something which matches your bike and maybe it's a little bit louder, then there are a range of options you can choose from. It doesn't mean the pedestrians will hear you, and the cars will definitely not hear you at all. That's probably not what bells are for. But I hope you've seen a range of bells and can see which ones you like best. In the description you'll find a link to the app that I used, Sonic Tools, and also a link to all these bells. So this is not a paid video or a sponsored video. But I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you can subscribe, and see you next time.